on TMZ.
Okay, there is this big thing on the internet, whether 100 men can take down a gorilla. Rick Ross has a theory on how the 100 men can win this.
I got a homie I named Shaka Zulu. He might one-on-one take the gorilla.
You just gotta have the right crew.
100 Charlies?
Yes. Oh no, no.
100%.
Well, wearing that shirt, he could hide in the bushes and nobody'd see it.
We all saw that Bill Belichick, Jordan Hudson interview that she interrupted.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
Sources said she was a complete nightmare throughout the interview.
How crazy this 24-year-old is just owning this 73-year-old man.
It's not that insane. It's the power of like a beautiful woman.
Oh, well, hold on, there's a different word than beautiful woman. So you remember Shannon Sharpe said there is a sex tape. Tony Busby is gonna put out 30 seconds of it and try to make it seem like I'm this horrible person, and Shannon dared him. He said, Tony, go ahead and release the full tape. So Tony Busby says, we are not gonna put that out. Shannon knows what's on the tape, and if he's saying release it, you could argue he thinks it's gonna exonerate him.
Bella Hadid was out and she gave a big eyeful of her breasts.
Did I hire a junior high school student?
Anakin, have you had a girlfriend before?
Yes.
Not currently though.
Not currently.
Do you date?
Would you stop?
What? You want your assistant to be happy?
No, he actually doesn't want that.
Oh, Harvey, always concerned with our happiness.
And now TMZ France presents Excusez-moi, I'd like to change my tune, please, starring Kim Kardashian.
One of the guys on trial in the Kim K Paris robbery now says he has regrets over the whole thing. So this is a guy, Yunus Abbas.
The 71-year-old was part of the Grandpa gang that robbed Kim at gunpoint and bicycled away with $10 million worth of jewelry in Paris 9 years ago and is currently on trial.
In 2021, he wrote a book called I Sequestered Kim Kardashian, which he has said in the past that he had no guilt or shame about doing this. He said she was flaunting her wealth, throwing money away.
Oh, so he wanted to Robin Hood her.
The notion of stealing from the rich to give to the poor, which has been portrayed in countless movies, though this is the only one we could afford the rights to. But Eunice isn't going the Sherwood Forest route, he's floating down the Crimea River.
Now he says, this time, I do regret what I did.
Saying the media coverage gave him a change of heart while also stating that he grew up poor and that he never had a male role model growing up, which led to his thieving ways.
His defense is indefensible. He should go for the Robin Hood defense. Good or bad, it's working with Luigi Mangione right now.
Do you think Robin Hood felt guilt?
That's the point. It's like you can't just say, oh, I was wrong. It's like you're already, you're a cook goose. You're a cook goose.
L'orange.
Pate.
Okay, calm down, Ratatouille. As for Eunice and the rest of the gang, Kim will be testifying herself May 13th. So as they say in France, stay tuned in French.
Val Shmeirovski from Dancing with the Stars had the flight from hell because midway through the flight, he passed a kidney stone. And he posted a picture of it too. So apparently he was in Spain, he wasn't feeling great, he had pain in his side, he went to the doctor, the hospital. Hospital said it's probably urinary tract infection. He hopped on a flight, and midway through the flight, he passed that kidney stone and he wrote, it's a baby boy who was very cute, about the size of a pea and has his papa's eyes.
I hear that's worse than childbirth.
And having had them, I know that kidney stones are the worst pain.
Oh, really? Because you've given birth a couple times?
It's not a competition.
Just, how do you know? He's like, I've had him, so I know it's the worst pain known.
Would you stop one-upping people?
You just said it was the size of a pea. Siobhan gave birth to human beings.
But a penis doesn't enlarge.
Just think about that versus like Christina.
Why did you go that big?
Harvey's using his imagination.
Because that's how they showed in horror movies for him.
Guess where we're going? We're ready. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. So don't be a bitch. Take it to the floor now, huh?
That's Gail and Oprah heading to SoFi Stadium in LA, where Beyonce kicked off her Cowboy Carter tour. And it was incredible! She danced, she sang, she flew around on a giant horseshoe. And even though the tour wasn't sold out, the stadium was packed.
The best bit for me, she brought out her daughter, Rumi.
Oh, we haven't seen her.
It was super sweet, but like, I don't want to see your kids at the concert.
Can I just say, I'm glad I went to sleep.
Because you were debating?
Maybe if Faye does a matinee, you can stay awake for that. But this show was on fire! Look how much fun Oprah and Tyler Perry are having!
So, people liked it.
People loved it.
Why isn't she selling out so far? Is she less popular than she was?
She is not country, so the country people aren't coming, and the pop people think it's a country concert.
Beyonce fans will go no matter what.
Absolutely. Plus, it's not just Cowboy Carter. She plays a lot of her older stuff, too. Yeah, you do, Bae. And if you don't believe her, just ask Oprah.
Wait a minute. So Gail and Oprah are in New York at Sunset Boulevard, and then they fly to Los Angeles.
Yeah, planes work like that.
Thanks for explaining that to us. Now, dance us out of here, Bae.
John Stamos was challenged to play the drums to a song he had never heard before.
Yeah, this scares the out of drummers.
There's this YouTube series called For the First Time where guests are challenged to play drums to a song they've never heard.
Do you know that song?
No.
Perfect.
The song he had never heard was Last Resort by Papa Roach.
This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing.
It took him like a couple takes, but he slowly picked it up, and by the end he had like mastered the song.
John's a great drummer.
Yeah.
But anybody who plays the drums can pick it up after 20 seconds.
No way.
There's a cadence.
Do you play the drums?
I did. I had drum set.
How old are you?
13.
Why did you give up drumming?
Because I became a manager.
At 13?
In my junior high, and this is when the Beatles were really big and Capitol Records was everywhere, there was a band on my block, and I told them, I'm gonna manage you guys. I took my bicycle in Reseda. I went down the Cahuenga Pass to Capitol Records, and I went inside Capitol Records and I said, I want to see the producer of the Beach Boys.
When did the security guard tase you?
I swear to God, this is
the best
true.
band managers show up on a bike.
If you thought the video of Bill Belichick's interview being interrupted by his girlfriend was bad, turns out it was much worse.
We all saw that awkward Bill Belichick, Jordan Hudson, CBS Mornings interview.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
It's a time thing. She had homework to finish.
But we were able to speak with some people close to the situation and said this went on multiple times, so much so that she stormed out of the interview and caused a pause on it all for about 30 minutes.
So she was saying, don't answer that question, don't ask that question.
Well, Jordan is the COO of his company.
She's just his muse, and she's involved in all of his activities.
No. It's one thing to be involved. It's another thing to control him.
Now people are worried about his new coaching job at UNC.
Everyone in Chapel Hill is shaking in their boots over hiring Bill Belichick because he's not calling the shots. It's Jordan Hudson, and it might end up being a disaster. When he was asked a question about football, Jordan interrupted and said, don't say it like that.
That's the most important one. That wasn't telling the reporter not to ask. That was telling Bill, you answered it wrong. You, one of the greatest people in the history of football. Mic drop.
Pick it back up. We're not done.
There's a touch of misogyny in all this.
If a guy did this, he would be like, good, you're protecting your woman.
Bill Belichick should be furious because it's like you're making me look stupid.
Justice for Jordan, man. Justice for
Jordan. Oh my God.
You're on an island, my friend.
My island is the right island. And I believe Lucas is on my island here.
Mm-hmm. There's no women allowed on your island, though.
I know.
Because all they do is interrupt men. Thanks, Bill. And Bill's torn up shirt. Where were you on that one, Jordan?
Bella Hadid was out in New York City, and she gave the whole sidewalk a big eyeful of her breasts, which are...
Junior high school student?
Visible through her sheer... Her breast.
Oh my God.
I feel like no matter what I said.
No, it's not. It's,
No. You could have said that.
Anakin, have you had a girlfriend before?
why are you doing that?
I'm just asking.
Not currently, though.
It was 4 years ago now.
Oh, he's still hurt.
Do you date?
Would you stop?
What? You want your assistant to be happy and come into work with a smile on his face?
No, he actually doesn't want that.
Well, Harvey, always concerned with our happiness. His MO.
Coming up.
So you remember Shannon Sharpe said there is a sex tape. Tony Busby is gonna put out 30 seconds of it, and Shannon dared him. He said, go ahead and release the full tape. So Tony Busby says, we are not gonna put that out because it is key evidence. He called their bluff.
Plus,
Rick Ross says he has friends who can beat up a silverback gorilla.
A homie I named Shaka Zulu.
Could this entire office take on a gorilla?
Not a chance.
Can we all do this and put Derek up first and the rest of us just leave right afterwards?
TMZ, online and on your phone 24/7. Coming up.
Sydney Sweeney and Brandon Slenar are getting awfully close.
They have a movie coming out.
What a great cover. It's promotion.
Be right back. Shannon Sharpe publicly dared attorney Tony Busby to release the sex tape featuring Shannon and the woman who has accused him of rape. But it appears that Busby
is not taking the bait. So you remember Shannon Sharpe said that there is a video, a sex tape, that Tony Busby is gonna put out 30 seconds of it and try to make it seem like I'm this horrible person and that plays into all sorts of stereotypes. And Shannon dared him and said,
hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself.
I know exactly when it happened, and this was not a rape. So Tony Busby says, nope, we are not gonna put that out because it is key evidence in our case against Mr. Sharpe. He called their bluff. Said it's key evidence, and he never intended to put it out to the public. He said the only reason you know about it is because Shannon put it out to the world.
And while Shannon may have a valid reason to want the tape out there, Busby could have an equally valid reason to not release it.
You can see both sides on this thing. On the one hand, you could say he's doing it to protect his client. On the other hand, I mean, Shannon knows what's on the tape. And if he's saying release it, you could argue that he thinks it's going to exonerate him.
In any case, Shannon definitely wants to put this behind him, which is likely why he offered his accuser $10 million to settle.
That makes you think what's on the tape is much worse.
Right.
But Shannon is confident it's not, right? He's saying release it all.
Bottom line, we got a ways to go before this is over. Stay tuned, everybody.
You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media.
The first night of the Cowboy Carter tour here in LA turned into a battle at the OK Corral. There was a huge fight in the lobby. We're not sure exactly what started it. We kind of picked up in the middle here. This fight breaks out between these four women. The one woman is trying to de-escalate it, but the other woman, I don't know what she did to piss her off, is not having it. So she smacks the hat off the one woman's head. While she's not looking, this other woman comes by and she shoves her across the floor, and all chaos breaks out.
Whoa.
It does seem like a lot of them go down because they can't manage themselves in those booths.
There's something fun about doing it in costume.
Yes. And at some place it's not usually known for fights.
Right.
Just
if
like,
it's La Cienega at the nightclub, you get it.
Not interested.
Right.
This.
There is just something more entertaining when women fight. I know you're not supposed to say that, but it's true.
I've seen them all with men. Right. They're always a bit different.
I mean, it is.
They are more entertaining.
I feel like because you're hoping that they just make out in the end of it.
That's also a part of it, yeah.
Like, that's the only reason why you guys like it.
You want to have a chili dog? You look like you like chili dog.
Well, we love a good chili dog, Rick Ross, but we have far more important things to discuss. For instance, could 100 men without weapons take down a gorilla? And yes, we have the internet to thank for this trendy hypothetical.
Do you think 100 men even stand a chance?
I know they would.
You just gotta have the right men.
I got a homie I named Shaka Zulu right now, straight from Africa.
He's got a homie named Shaka Zulu from Africa.
Oh, gosh.
I don't want to pitch this.
Too far in now. King Shaka's been dead for 200 years, but screw it, no rules here.
He might one-on-one take the gorilla. Then I got G.I. Joe to back him up.
Cool. Was Optimus Prime not available? Sorry.
How is this thing playing out online?
There are people that did like AI recreations of it. We lose every time.
Well, sure, if you're gonna be fighting like that, you need strategy, coordination.
I hate to be the Debbie Downer, but like gorillas are endangered.
Bet y'all feel like crap now, huh?
Would you ever do this challenge?
I mean, I got so much money, my partners and investors would be disappointed, but I got somebody who would.
100 men could take down a gorilla.
But you have to accept that the first couple dudes are going to get their butts kicked.
The first wave would get ripped limb from limb, and the others would run away.
Stop. 100 Charlies?
Yes.
Well, wearing that shirt, he could hide in the bushes.
Thanks for joining us for Guerrilla Warfare, everybody. Great to see you, Rick.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney and Brandon Slenar getting awfully close at Stagecoach. Brandon Slenar, he was in It Ends With Us. He was recently in a movie Drop that just came out. Really handsome guy. She is right up against him, and they are dancing and swaying.
But wait, aren't they also in a movie together? Yeah. They have a movie coming out.
Fool me once.
And Brandon has a girlfriend.
I know, but if you have a girlfriend and then she sees that video, you're not happy.
But I'm just promoting a movie.
What a great cover. It's promotion. Yeah. It's all fake. It's all fake. Watch me do it. I'm a good actor. Sydney and I got to go out tonight. We got the paparazzi going to be there. It's the whole thing.
Exactly.
But why did you do it in front of Shutter's Hotel? Oh, it's just the place to go.
Now you're directing a porn.
You got everything.
Coming up.
Anthony Anderson thought that he broke his toe while filming a scene where he kicked a door. Turns out it was just his gout.
It hurts like hell.
It used to be, all these stars would talk about, I dated this chick and blah, blah, and it's like, now I got the gout, man.
On the TMZ Celebrity Tour, we've seen huge stars like Kevin Hart, Rihanna, Ben Affleck, The Rock, Mark Wahlberg, Lizzo, Lady Gaga, Ryan Seacrest, and Jamie Foxx. Buses depart daily from the Hard Rock Cafe in Hollywood, so head to TMZTour.com and book your tickets for the TMZ Celebrity Tour.
Anthony Anderson thought that he broke his toe while filming a scene where he kicked a door. Turns out it was just his gout.
Ooh.
He was on Dax Shepard's podcast and he talked about when he was filming a show.
We were filming in a hotel in the middle of the night, and I was laying across the bed, and they said action, and I jumped up to run and chase the perp, and I put pressure on my right foot, and I collapsed. And I was like, oh yeah, I broke my toe.
But he went to a doctor and turns out he had gout.
If you look at it, it looks red hot, and it looks hot. And so if you put your hand above it, you can feel the heat coming off of it.
God, it used to be, all these stars would talk about, God, I dated this chick and blah, blah, and it's like, now I got the gout, man.
Wasn't it Babe Ruth's bunion that started, right?
Oh, Babe Ruth bunions is a famous thing.
Wait, he had a bunion?
Oh, let me tell you. The Chicago Tribune did a weekly column on Babe Ruth's bunions. No.
Hey, research, I'm gonna save you some time. There's no proof of this story.
It's true.
It hurts like hell.
Coming up.
Carly Rae Jepsen and her fiance Cole MGM, they went on an African safari together. She went ATVing head on with wildebeest.
The herd animals are dangerous, guys.
They're not dangerous.
How do you think Mufasa got killed? The stampede.
Carly Rae Jepsen and her fiance Cole MGM, who's a music producer, is celebrating their honeymoon early. They were engaged last fall. They're not married yet, but they went on an African safari together to celebrate the marriage early. A lot of rhinos, lions, they had a lot of fun at the resort they were at.
I want to do it so bad.
Oh, you'd love it.
You haven't done it, huh?
Never done it.
Are you scared of doing it?
I mean, she went ATVing head on with wildebeest, so I mean, it doesn't get scarier than that.
The herd animals are dangerous, guys.
They're not dangerous.
How do you think Mufasa got killed? The stampede.
You don't think an animal can have a bad day?
You should go on safari, get yourself some car keys.
You just want to get me.
No, you should go.
I'll go with you. Aww. Let's go.
It's all you can eat and drink included, too.
Yeah. Come on, that would be so much fun.
Oh, God, all I need is a drunk companion.
Wasted on safari would
So
be
much
so fun.
Courtney, like, what are you looking at, giraffe? you think you're better than me?